Hi class, my name is Veronica Nelson, and today I want to share with you something that I know on a very deep and personal level, and that is what raising 7 children has taught me about communication. So with over 2 decades of parenting and 7 children, I've learned alongside these beautiful human beings. Through trial and error, through love, through tears, I've learned that effective communication isn't so much about getting the kids to listen, but more about connecting with them. Some of the tools that I've picked up along the way are Love and Logic and the 5 love languages, and those two have helped shape the way that I raise my children. They've helped me become a better communicator in every relationship, with my spouse, with my friends, with my coworkers, with my children, and even in conversations just like these. So whether you are a parent now, or you intend on becoming a parent, or you just want to strengthen your communication skills a little bit, I think you might find something helpful here. So every child is different, and so is every listener. Raising 7 children has shown me that what works for one child may not necessarily work for the next one. Take, for instance, my daughter Amina. She's an academic scholar, she's athletic, she's very respectful, very driven. I could explain something to her just one time and she would take it to heart. She was truly the dream child. My daughter Anuhea, my youngest, she is a polar opposite of that, and by far my most defiant. She's strong-willed, she's very spirited, and she is very uninterested in reasoning, especially when it comes time for me to give her some rules and have her follow them. With her, I'm still learning, and it changes every single day. Then we've got Nicholas. He's my oldest, and he lights up every room that he walks into. He's extroverted, he's social, he was homecoming king. He just has this magnetic energy, and he thrives on fun and affection, but not so much structure or rules. And then we have Alyssa, who is probably the most like me. She's very nurturing, she's introverted, but she's incredibly strong-willed. She's a quiet, firm, thoughtful, and needs a just whole different set of kind of communication for her. She needs a soft but very clear and emotionally intelligent response and style for her parenting, and that's what she responds well to. Now, my identical twins are what really kind of sent it home for me and let me know that even with the same exact DNA, they're identical twins, 2 human beings and 2 children can be very, very different. One can be completely extroverted while the other is introverted, and you parent them a little bit different. And then just when you think that you know them, you know their style, they flip-flop. They've changed on me probably 3 times in growing up. So just when you think you know it, they change again. They're constantly evolving. My attempt at learning to parent was through trial and error as well. I reached out to a couple different things to kind of learn different methods. The kids didn't come with a handbook, and love alone wasn't going to help raise them into happy, human, healthy beings. So Love and Logic came in. I loved this program. This method is teaching natural consequences. Parenting didn't feel good to me, especially when I had to play the bad guy, when I had to say no or set rules or dish out punishments. When I found Love and Logic, this philosophy helped change the way that I disciplined, the way that I corrected, connected, and guided my children. And it teaches them through choices and consequences, natural consequences, not lectures or punishments. For example, instead of saying you need to put a coat on, I could tell them if they wanted to put a coat on, then they could. And if they didn't want to, then they might be cold outside, and they would deal with that consequence. So they could have the ability and the independence to make that choice for them. And if they didn't want to wear the coat, then they would deal with the consequence, the natural consequence of being cold later, but understand that that was their choice and it wasn't me. This method was most helpful with my son Caden, my charmer. He is brilliant and insanely talented, but he's also very, very lazy unless it's his true motivation that's motivating and moving him. Forcing him or punishing him for lack of effort didn't really work so much. When I started letting the natural consequence shape his choices, he owned the outcome, and so it worked very well for him. He didn't want to do his homework. That's okay. Your grades and your missed opportunities for playing your sports are going to reflect that. So suddenly he started making better choices, and I didn't have to be the bad guy. Love and Logic gives you the opportunity to take a step back, let them have that independence, and protect your relationship while you're still showing them and teaching them responsibilities. So that was the first one that I really resonated with and kind of shaped how I communicated and brought up my children. Another program that I liked and I still love to this day is called the 5 Love Languages. So this is another huge breakthrough in my parenting for me. The 5 love languages are words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, physical touch, and quality time. Now, each child and each person actually has their own way of feeling loved or feeling connected. I, for example, am a physical touch type person. My husband is an acts of service. So he may show me love by doing the dishes or by doing the laundry, and I'll show him love by, giving him a back massage or giving him a hug or just being very affectionate with him. Now, if we didn't understand these languages about each other, we may not feel that he's doing the dishes to show me love, or he may not feel that me giving him a hug is me trying to show him love. So it's super important to understand what each other is, because you don't just show love, but you also feel love in that way. Now, Nicholas, he is a words of affirmation. So a quick, you crushed it today, you really killed it out on the field, just lights him up like nothing else. Alyssa's more of a quality time person, so just sitting on the couch with her and spending time is going to mean the most to her. Anuhea, she is a little bit younger, but her love language is also physical touch. So her, a hug means the most. Holding her hand, giving her, some gentle touches when she's upset, those work the best for her. Understanding the difference in the love languages or what someone else might be helps you love them in a way that they feel the love. So those really taught me to kind of listen and pay attention more and communicate on their emotional frequency rather than on my own, because I can consciously make an effort to show them love, or I might give Alyssa a hug. Probably sitting down and watching a movie with her or spending time maybe playing a game with her is going to mean more to her than that quick hug would have meant. In conclusion, raising kids with 7 different personalities has been an ultimate crash course in communication. Their uniqueness, I've learned that connections come not just from control or from perfectly chosen words or doing the right thing, but from understanding, being consistent, and love. So using tools like Love and Logic and 5 love languages show respectful boundaries and emotional fluency that can strengthen not just relationship with children, but relationships with anybody. So these tools aren't just for parents, they're actually for all of us, because we all have relationships, and whether it's with a child or a parent or a friend, everyone needs to feel heard and respected and loved, and this shows you how to better communicate so that you can do that. So thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it. I hope you learned something helpful or informative in my informational speech. Thanks.